I hit death wobble like I've never felt before. I mean, this thing was just shaking like crazy. All of a sudden, my steering wheel just did this. So this has been a little bit of a test here in Grand Junction while I was waiting for some of the other guys. Alcan Springs, we had a little bit of an issue. Yeah, my steering column is missing. So my steering column broke. I was literally getting ready to make a turn out here, and my steering wheel just kept going roundy, roundy, round. So here's what I took the whole thing apart, figured out what was broken. So here's the column, all torn apart, and there's a slip joint that fits right here. It's a rubberized thing, and it's completely deteriorated on the other side of the column, which is also outside. I did an SOS to my social media. Well, as you can tell, this is not going to be easy fix. So the entire steering column is torn apart, and it appears what happened is this guy is a bushing that keeps this from coming too far out with a C-clip or a spring clip right there. And for whatever reason, this is now completely deformed and needs to be replaced. I have no idea whether I can get that part or not. This is a first gen Toyota 83. Let's see if a dealer can actually order me that part. Yeah, this is not gonna be fun. If you're in Grand Junction, you're a Toyota guy, and you got any first gens, hit me up, please. Reached out, a bunch of people hit me up back. A couple of people told me different places to try. I contacted Philip with Carnage Off-Road. He found one. He has one in his inventory. He's going to bring it out here to me out at the OHV area in Grand Junction where I'm parked. And for $100 he's bringing the thing out to me, drilling his lock out because I've already removed mine, as you can see. So that will hopefully go into his column, and that will get us back on the road. This could have been really bad for two things. One is that the whole reason I found out this happened, I had just had my alignment done. When I got the alignment done, apparently I was coming down here, came across the construction zone. That construction zone had a big drop, and when I hit it, I hit death wobble like I've never felt before. I mean, this thing was just shaking like crazy. I think that is what pushed it over the edge, but bottom line, at some point it would have failed. So when I got to here to camp, I thought I would investigate and see why I had death wobble, since I've never had death wobble in this rig. They did not attach my steering stabilizer at all. It was just sitting there. So I attached it all up, and then I was testing the steering wheel to see right and left to make sure the throw was correct on that. And all of a sudden my steering wheel just did this. And I'm like, oh no, what have I done? Of course, first I thought it was the steering gear itself at the frame. None of that was the problem. I knew it was someplace within the column because only this first piece was turning. The piece that goes into the rest of the in the engine compartment, that was not turning. So there was a break in here somewhere. So fortunately, had enough tools with me, was able to tear the entire thing apart and take a look at it and figure out what was wrong with it. And now, hopefully, our boy Philip with Carnage Off-Road, spelt with a K. So if you ever need anything up here, he's a total Toyota guy, and sounds like he's got a lot of different types of Toyotas. Definitely look him up, see if he can help you. Shout out to the Hart family for reaching out to me. Apparently he helped them with their 4Runner when they were in need, and they gave me his info, just said contact him, get a hold of him, see what he can do for you, and that has worked out for me, it looks like. So we'll wait and see. I'm not counting my chickens before they're hatched, or eggs before they're hatched, however that works. He's going to bring it out here, I don't know, today, tomorrow, whatever. I don't really care, as long as I know the part is coming. So totally excited about that. We'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so yesterday was interesting. We got now kind of 2 steering wheel things here. So he came out here, brought me a steering wheel. After comparing the 2 steering wheels, we found out that they were not compatible, unfortunately. But we were sitting in the rain under his tailgate, ripping apart the 2 again, pulling out the part that I needed in order to make this work. So right now I've got everything in here. I've still got a couple little bits and parts pieces up here that I've got to put down there also, but hopefully this works. This was a big ordeal for sure, but I'll show you what we got. So we got it back in. We had to jury rig, there's a clip right here, so I had to jury rig something to be able to pull it while I get the clip in, and we got that. Keys back in, got to get this adapter in there, we got all that in. So with his parts and my parts, putting it together, we should have a full running steering column, drive shaft, everything again. And this will get me back on the road, and hopefully then I can get to Alcan and we can take a look at my springs. Yeah, you can see all the puddles around here. Even this wash was flowing with water last night. It was crazy. So yeah, it was kind of wild, all the stuff we had to do to get this done, and the people that it took. Man, thank you again, Philip, for coming out and doing that. And I'm going to be touching base with Philip. He also has an IFS, I'll give you a little light. He also has an IFS rear axle housing. And since he does, and I have a bent one, we might be putting that in. So after I touch base with Alcan, find out what's going on with them, what they're going to do for the springs or not do, then we'll touch base again with Philip and get over there. And besides that, I also left a 10mm wrench with him. I need to get back. All right, let's get to this. All right, as you can see, we've got all this put back together again. This is all good. Double checked it with the switch to make sure that wasn't backwards. Get all the wiring hooked up. Got all the big stuff done. Checked all the combination stuff. That's all good. Checked the steering. The steering's good. So now we're just gonna button it all up, clean it up, chill for a little bit, and then we're gonna head to Alcan Springs and give them a holler. I think I might actually wait till tomorrow. It's Lou's first day back, so I think I'll wait till tomorrow. I'm in no hurry, and I need to drive this around anyway and make sure that we're 100% before I hit the highway.